live?
We are now live, and this is the SFWA Hangout that's going to go up on the YouTube channel. So I am Kat Rambo. I am the current president of SFWA, which is the Science Fiction and Fantasy Writers of America. And if you're wondering what SFWA is going to be doing at WorldCon, we've actually got some cool stuff coming up. So we have our events director, Stephen H. Silver, who's here to talk about what is going on. We have Kate Baker, our wonderful operations director, who's also going to fill us in. And we have Ellen Klages, who's going to fulfill a very special role at this year's WorldCon, and we'll talk about that. So, Kate, tell us if we're going to are we going to have a SFWA suite this year at WorldCon?
We are going to have a SFWA suite at this year's WorldCon. Wow, that's a mouthful. So our SFWA suite is going to be run by volunteer Sandra Greenberg. Some of you may know her as Kat. She does a wonderful job each and every year, and she needs your help if you want to volunteer to help with that. It'd be greatly appreciated. You can send me an email, and I'll get it to Sandra at office@sfwa.org. And the SFWA Suite, just to give you a little bit of idea what goes behind it, it's a great chance to network with some of the peers in the industry. We serve light fare throughout the weekend. We have drinks and food. And, you know, the hustle and bustle of the con can be a little bit sort of traumatic for some people, so it's a great place to sort of hide away and sort of relax during the day. And I think that's pretty much it. It tends to be a little bit busier in the evenings, and it's always been a great service that we offer our members. So we're going to have ribbons that we're going to be giving away this year that state that you can put on your badge that says you're a SFWA member, and we have stickers that you're allowed to bring one guest if you're a SFWA member. We'll have a sticker saying you're a SFWA member or you're a SFWA guest, and that'll get you in to the suite each night. You have to show it, and then this year, because of Washington laws, we are going to have to check IDs if you'd like to have alcoholic beverages. So make sure you have that with you if you'd like to do that as well.
And I will say that the SFWA suite often gets, surprisingly number of times, people mention it as the reason that they get the SFWA membership. They talk about going to WorldCon and seeing that there was food, there was drink, and there was a chance to kind of talk to people, but also that quiet space is
yes. Yeah, it's usually quieter during the day, and then it usually picks up at night once programming starts to die down a little bit. But chance to meet like people like Mike Resnick or even George R. R. Martin stops by. People, awesome people that you'd want to say hi and sort of pick their brains.
That's awesome. And we're going to have a supply. Lou Berger is doing some special ribbons that are We Are All SF, and we will have some of those to pass out there as well.
Excellent.
So, Stephen, are we going to be in the dealer's room?
We are going to be in the dealer's room. Each year at WorldCon, SFWA has a table in the dealer's room. It's staffed by volunteers who are members of SFWA, so if you stop by the table, you can frequently find major authors, minor authors, authors who are just beginning, who are very happy to talk to you about what SFWA is, talk to you about what their latest projects are. And when you're at the table, you'll be able to look through what SFWA has to offer. We have flyers. We're going to be selling some of the SFWA anthologies, the Nebula Award showcases, the Hall of Fame books. We'll also have T-shirts, some T-shirts. We're running a little bit low. And this year, I was going to get to that, Kat. We will be selling copies of the new SFWA cookbook, Ad Astra, that has a couple hundred recipes from a variety of science fiction authors that you can take home and you can cook. Some of them are... You cannot
cook the authors.
Actually, I think we do have one or two recipes in there that require you to cook the author.
Only one, I think.
Only one? I tested a lot of the recipes in the planning phases, and they are wonderful, the ones I tested at least. And so come on by and pick up a copy of the SFWA cookbook. Talk to authors. Also at the table, in addition to selling books, we will be hosting a bunch of autographings. Autographing time and space is always at a premium at a WorldCon, and the SFWA table gives authors an additional chance to sign books for their fans and have a chance to talk to people and give fans a chance to meet their favorite authors.
Awesome. And so, Kate, are we going to have a business meeting? Because I know that's something members want to know about.
Yeah, it's the latest and greatest news of SFWA, and it's going to be held Saturday from 3 to 5 in the Convention Center, room 300B. And it's basically a way to catch up with all the news that is SFWA, the latest and greatest. And it's an opportunity for members to open up new business. If you have any agenda items that you'd like to actually get on the list, you can email those to secretary@sfwa.org, and we will have those ready to discuss. Just a little bit of a snippet of what you want to put on that agenda item as well, and we'll get in touch with you as well. So.
Okay. And what else are we going to have at the con, Stephen?
Well, on Sunday at, I believe, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we will be having a SFWA charity auction. And that will be taking place, 1 o'clock in the Exhibit Hall C in the Cabaret. It is open to everybody, and we do have some pretty wonderful things that are available for people to come and bid on, with the money going to a good cause, and you can walk home with a lot of really nice swag, depending on how big your budget is.
Depending on how big your budget is. But so bring lots of money is what you're saying.
I would recommend it. And we also have an amazing auctioneer.
And perhaps that auctioneer will now speak.
I will speak. I'm the amazing auctioneer. I'm Ellen Clagis. You may remember me from such other auctions as WorldCon and Potlatch, and now I'm on the big stage. And we have a whole lot of really interesting stuff that you can buy with your very own money. We've got signed first editions. We've got things from guests of honor. We've got things from former guests of honor. We've got a book signed by Gene Wolfe, although it was written by R.A. Lafferty, because Gene Wolfe has a sense of humor. We have some signed Ray Bradbury stuff. We have an insult from Neil Gaiman. We're not quite sure how that's going to work, but if you've ever wanted to be insulted by Neil Gaiman, that one's probably going to go for a bunch. We have Mary Robinette Kowal doing the outgoing voicemail message on your answering machine. We have this really excellent pair of space socks. Yeah, I know. See, coveting already. If you don't come to the auction, your chances of getting these socks are absolutely zero. There's going to be a whole lot of books. There's also going to be a whole lot of surprises because everybody will come up. The auction is Sunday, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, people will be coming up to one of us and going, "Hi, I have something for the auction," and we will say, "Thank you. Oh, look, a hedgehog nail brush. Thank you very much." And then we will put it down, and then we will say, I'm just picking random stuff off my kitchen table, which is kind of how the auction's going to run. It's going to be an hour, so it is going to be sort of non-stop fun, and it will be in your program, and if this WorldCon is like other ones, there will be an app for that, and you will be able to find the auction. It supports the SFWA Emergency Fund, which helps members of SFWA if they get into one of those life situations that they need a little extra assistance. So your money is going to a good cause, and we'll have a good time, and then we'll go up to the SFWA suite and drink.
Which is, as we said, one of the best parts of your SFWA membership is that you do have access to that SFWA suite.
Actually, we should probably go to the SFWA suite and drink before the auction, too, because that tends to loosen people's wallets.
Well, there we go. I think a lot of us will be spending a lot of time there. So if you're at WorldCon, please stop by and say hi at the table, or if you're a SFWA member, come up to the suite. Please come into the business meeting and tell us what you want the organization to be doing. And stop by the auction and come in and just, I will say that I'm really looking forward to the auction. I wasn't really a lot until I found out Ellen was going to be the auctioneer, because I'm, most of the time like, whatever. But Ellen is so entertaining and charming that I'm actually going to kind of lock most of my money away lest she bamboozle all of it out of me rather than some of it.
Bamboozles are us.
You do realize that you have to sell that hedgehog now, right?
Okay, I'm going to
All right.
getting another hedgehog. What color would you like your hedgehog in?
Now, Ellen, are you going to sing the hedgehog song from Terry Pratchett's books?
I don't see anything from Terry Pratchett on the list, but I wouldn't be surprised that by the time the auction starts, there will be things from Terry Pratchett. Yeah. There are a lot of things, so we will probably be doing a silent auction and some fixed price stuff, as well as the stand up and sell it. For those of you who haven't seen an auction before, I don't usually do the kind of auction thing, although I can if you pay me enough money.
Maybe that'll be the first auction item.
There you go. There you go.
And just one more thing before we go. As I mentioned in the beginning, we do need your help. We need volunteers for both the SFWA suite and the SFWA table. And Stephen, do you happen to know the hours offhand what the SFWA table will be?
The SFWA table will be running from 10 to 6 on the primary days of the convention, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I think it's 2 to 6 on Thursday or on Wednesday, and 10 to 2 on Sunday.
Okay.
Are there secondary and tertiary days of the convention?
Well, Wednesday's a half day and Sunday's a half day, and then Thursday through Saturday are full days.
Yeah.
And this not only gives you an opportunity to meet all the awesome people who are attending WorldCon, but if you have books that you'd like to sign, you're going to have to bring them yourself or any materials, but it gives you an opportunity to get in front of all those people who will be going through the dealer's room. And the same thing with the suite as well. We usually need people at night because, again, that's when it gets a little bit busier. So we've got a couple people who've signed up so far, but we need your help with both the table and the hospitality suite. And go ahead, Stephen.
Yeah, although SFWA sells SFWA books at this table, we're not set up to sell our authors' books individually. However, when authors sit at the table and watch the table for us, we do welcome them to bring their own books and sell them directly to anybody who happens to wander by.
Let me make a plug for volunteering at the SFWA suite. If you are not a completely outgoing person and you're kind of shy about talking to somebody, standing behind the bar and serving drinks is the best way to get to talk to people. You've got something to do. You don't have to walk up and start a conversation or come up to George Martin and go, I know who you are, which always, and then you go, oh, God, I'm stupid. What you say is, Mr. Martin, what would you like to drink? And then he will smile at you, and then he will remember you fondly. So volunteering in the SFWA suite is a great way to get to know people that you wouldn't otherwise maybe be brave enough to talk to because you'll be giving them food and drink and they automatically like you.
Ellen is just absolutely dead on with that. It's one of the best ways to network is to be volunteering, and this is one of the best events to be volunteering at, in my opinion.
And one more point of clarification, we will have a list of all the SFWA members. You do not have to have a membership card or anything like that, so you can check in as soon as you get up to the suite. Somebody will be there and saying, can I have your name, please? And they'll put a nice check mark and give you a sticker. So that's how that works.
Like London cab drivers, they will be required to memorize all of the SFWA members.
Yes.
And there will be quizzes throughout the weekend for them.
If they can't recite them all
come
backwards.
in under an assumed name and see if you can stump them, that will be fun.
There you go. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much, and I hope to see everybody at WorldCon.
All right.
See you there.
Thank you.
See you guys there.